Hello everyone! A while ago I posted on Twitter that I want to do a Q&A video, something that I'd like to do more often to answer as many questions as I can. I used the hashtag on Twitter this time, but I'm gonna try using other platforms in the future. Some of the questions need a tutorial-like video, which I don't think I can do at the moment, so please excuse me if I don't answer your question. So let's start. What does your name mean? Juusan consists of two parts, D and Juusan, and it's not like many people think. It's not Juusan, like Chan, Kun. No, it is D, one part, which is the first letter of my name, real name, Diana, and Juusan is one word, Juusan, number 13 in Japanese, which is my favorite number. It is also the name of one of my old original characters that I really loved, and I left the story behind because I'm never gonna write it, but I really love this character and I want him to stay with me in my future endeavors, so I just picked his name to be next to mine as a pen name. How would you describe your journey as a storyteller? My journey as a storyteller is just as much of a journey and as deep and diverse of a journey as it is my human journey, my daily life journey. Whatever I learn in my real life, I try to embed in my writing, and all the ups and downs, everything affects my storytelling, and everything in my storytelling affects my real life. I learn a lot from my characters, and what I learn from real life and other people I put into my characters. So my journey as a storyteller is just my life journey. Do you have a message to deliver through your works? Well, I can tell you that I have few messages, like family and friendship, platonic relationships in general, the beauty in the happy days after the bad. I just like to write about that balance and how bad times are needed to make a better person and to make us appreciate the good days. But there's also something that I really want to achieve through my work, and it's not really a message. It's more like a goal that I want to achieve, and it's to make people think. Because I think at this day and age, it's easy to make people feel something through a movie or a book or whatever medium. But it needs more work to make people think about the work or about life in general. Any advice or encouragement for aspiring writers or artists? Know yourself. I can't stress enough how important it is to know yourself. Knowing yourself helps a great deal in knowing the storyteller that you want to be. You'll know what you want to tell and what mediums do you like. Also, it's very important to experiment with very different things, even the things that you don't like, even the things that you never thought that you would like, because you might stumble across something that you really enjoy more than everything else that you've been doing. Because in the end, the key to be a good creator with their own unique voice and their own unique style is to love and enjoy what you're creating. As for a word of encouragement, I have to say, take it easy. Remember that it's a really fun ride. It's a joyous ride, and it's not a race. It has a lot of frustration. I'm not gonna tell you that there won't be any frustration, but keep the frustration between you and the canvas. Don't bring people into it, whether it is to compare yourself to others or to live up to somebody's expectation. Just create for your own self, and when you feel frustrated, leave the canvas, go take a walk, look at new things. It's good to observe other artists and their works, but don't take it as a way to compare and put yourself down, because that's the worst thing that you could do to yourself as a creator. Know that everybody has their own journey and their own ups and downs and their own long way that they went through to get to the point that they are in now. Give us 10 comic tips and 10 facts about yourself. Okay, 10 tips. Know yourself. Love what you create. Create what you love. Focus. Drop the perfectionist. Do not undervalue yourself, but keep your ego in check. Do not compare. Do not compete but yourself. Dream realistically big, but take small steps. Try different styles and mediums because you never know. You see, our minds have such skill in maximizing everything, whether a good thing like a dream or a bad thing like self-doubt. So you might think being a comic artist is everything you ever want to be, but finding out through experimenting that you prefer writing novels with illustrations on the side rather than a comic. So always leave room for changing whatever it is you dream about doing, just in case. As for the 10 facts, and spoiler alert, I don't know how to talk about myself, so I picked easy things to fill up to number 10. So here goes. Born in April 1986, Muslim girl residing in Jordan. I have a degree in architecture, though never worked in that field, with very specific likings and dislikings. Pet rabbits make me genuinely happy. I enjoy gardening and video games. I doubt everything I do and say when it's not related to my art, which is the one thing I never questioned. I get extremely nervous and stressed when interacting with other people, face-to-face or virtually. But I look so calm and collected on the outside, which make people assume I'm the most extroverted person when I'm anything but. Do you have a daily, weekly schedule for drawing? What is it? Is it all dedicated to gray ears? Actually, I don't have a schedule. I just keep track of time. I am not the person who enjoys being in a strict routine, so I keep changing it. What I do is I just put the tasks that I want to finish on a day or a week or a month, and I divide them each on its own for the time that it needs. One thing is certain, that I like to start early, ideally at dawn, and I like to put as many hours as I can during the daytime, where it is my most productive hours. The schedule keeps changing. Sometimes I need to put a schedule when I'm on a tight deadline or there are so many things that I need to take care of. So it's just something that's not really set on stone. It changes depending on the task in hand and strongly depending on my mood. Is it all dedicated to gray ears? Yes. You can say 90% of it is dedicated to gray ears, and the 10% are divided into studies and sketches, daily studies and sketches, and sometimes for writing down ideas and drawing concept art for random story ideas that I get, and of course commissions, Patreon commissions and other commissions that I take when I take them. What keeps you motivated every day despite whatever happening around you? Okay, whatever is happening around me is what I need the motivation for. Because when it comes to creating, I've never felt like I need motivation. It's something like, I'm not gonna say second nature, I feel like it's my first nature to create. I've been creating my whole life, and it's just something that I feel so at ease with. And I feel like if I stop creating, it's gonna burst out of me without me allowing it. Other things that keep me from creating are the things that I need motivation for example, printing. When I'm printing my books, I always need motivation to do that. As amazing as it is to print books, ship them for people abroad, it's a tedious task for me because I have to go out and deal with people, and it's just something that I'm not comfortable with. But what gives me motivation to do it is that once I finish this task that I don't like, I'm gonna go back to creating more. And even when it gets too much and I feel like I don't have any motivation or I'm not feeling it while I'm creating, then I just take a day off. I take a day off and I watch other creation, and I instantly find myself wanting to go back to the desk to create some more. Do you want your manga to become an anime? Well, it's a great way to reach more people, of course, and it is tempting to see, but no, I personally don't want it to be an anime or any other medium than the medium that it is in right now. What does Yaldar mean? In all honesty, I don't know. It's just a name that I really like. It's used extensively by Circassian people, even though its origin is from Kazakhstan. I personally used it as a name for one of my oldest original characters, and I don't think I'll ever get back to that story, so I just recycled the name and used it for Yaldar in Grey Is. Who is your favorite character in your story? Naturally, Black and White, not only because they're the main characters of the story, but also because they're the ones that I started this career with. They're the ones that are growing with me every day as a creator and as a human being, and it's just, no matter how many stories I write, and even long past Grey Is, I will always look back at Black and White and know that they have this special place in my heart. And if you're interested in who is my favorite character aside from Black and White, I think it's just like reading new books, getting to know new people, and watching more and more movies. It just changes all the time. Like, the newer the character is, and the more I write about each character, the more I like them. I can't pick a favorite yet because I don't know them all, but right now I really, really enjoy getting to know not Yaldar, Jad. Yaldar I have a problem with. It's really difficult to write him. But Jad is really close to my heart. What he represents and how he does things, it's just fun. He's a mix of bittersweet and comedy. At the same time, he's really intelligent, and he's just fun to draw and write. Why Grey with an E, not Grey with an A? Okay, I have certain likings and dislikings when it comes to letters and numbers. I pick words based on how they look visually to me, rather than what's the origin or why they're used like that. I find E more interesting than A, especially in the word grey. It looks better than grey with an A. It's just me. I pick based on if I like them or not. I can't explain it. It's just that when I see a certain letter or a certain number, I make the choice based on how I visually prefer the number or the letter. And that's it for this video. Let's try to use the YouTube comment section for the next set of questions. If you have a question, leave it below, and hopefully it will be picked for the next video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Till next time.